Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Eh, Bienvenidos, bienvenidas a, a este encuentro que tenemos acá de nuestro Músico podcast. Hoy con una invitada muy especial que nos acompaña desde India. Ella es Swarn Vijh. Ella es cantante profesional con maestría y que bueno, ha dedicado toda su vida al estudio de la música y que hoy nos viene a compartir como sobre su carrera, sobre cómo es la música. Entonces, nada, muy contentos de que estén conectados con nosotros. Los queremos invitar a que compartan este link con sus amigos, con aquellos que quieren que vean este podcast, que se preparen con sus preguntas porque también queremos que interactúen y que conozcan un poco más de la carrera de Swarn y sobre todo, pues que aprendamos muchísimo. For those who are joining from India or from other places, we invite you to share this link on YouTube with all the people that you want to connect. So we are very happy to have you here tonight. So at the beginning,
Thank
we
you.
were listening a special song, and but before, I want to invite Swan to say hello to everyone.
Hi, hi
Welcome.
everyone. Hi everyone. I'm Swarn Vijh from India.
Okay, thank you, Swan. We are very happy to have you here tonight. So, um, let's start talking about the song that we just heard. In this moment, you told us that it was a raga. So, le estoy diciendo a Swan que nos cuente de qué se trata esa canción que escuchamos justo para iniciar este en vivo. Go ahead, Swan.
Which one?
The rag that
Okay.
we just listening, that you said is for morning. Could you explain about it? The
Yeah, it's actually the rag which I performed. It's called Rag Bhairav, and it's one of the most traditional ragas, which is usually performed by our ancestors and great legendary singers in our India. And it's a beautiful raga which uh, has that feeling of morning touch. Whenever there is a sunrise, we sing that rag, especially from 5 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock. Or
Okay,
after that, also we can sing, but mostly the timing is from 5 o'clock to 7:30 or 8 o'clock, and it gives that feeling of morning. Of,
ok, entonces nos dice Swan que este rack que acaba de cantar se canta entre las 6 y las 7 y media de la mañana. En este momento son las 7 de la mañana para ella y que tradicionalmente grandes cantantes lo utilizan y es como una manera de invocar, de llamar el inicio del día y por eso ella nos compartía este rack para abrir este en vivo, ya que en este momento es la madrugada para ella. So, Swarn, I was telling the people that it is morning for you in that side of the world.
yeah,
And,
it's 7 o'clock,
okay,
seven
es
five.
muy bien, 7 y 5 de la mañana en India. So, Swarn, to start this interview, we would like to ask you, why did you start it in music? ¿Por qué comenzaste en la música? What was your inspiration?
Actually, when I was 6 to 7 years old, my father actually saw that I am always singing, and he saw my voice quality, and he told me that you should be into this field. But I never knew that I will be able to be in this classical music for a longer time. But slowly and slowly, I joined good gurus, and I learned from Padma Bhushan's Pandit Rajan Sadhu Mishra ji and Vidushi Shanti Hiranan ji. They are the legendary artists. And
Okay,
so I actually
Swarn, can
learned
I
under the
translate?
tutelage. Yeah,
Ok,
sure.
Suar nos está diciendo que ella comenzó desde los 6, 7 años y que para ella fue como todo un reto muy especial involucrarse en el tema de la música y que no creía que lo fuera a tomar como una forma profesional, sino que con el tiempo se fueron dando las cosas y estudió con unos grandes maestros. Digamos que en la India se habla de los gurús y ella nos dice que son artistas muy reconocidos. So, for how long did you study with these gurus? I mean, uh, first you study
I
like
act
1 year or how it
no,
how
no,
was
it wasn't like that. When I was 7 to 8 years old, I was little small, so I joined a guru which actually taught me beginning lessons of Indian classical music.
Entonces ella se
Then
unió
after
y,
three,
y este maestro le enseñó por un año música de la India. And then,
then later on, after 3 to 4 years, after 4 years, I joined some another guru. When I turned 17 years old, then I joined the guru called Pandit Raja Sajan Mishraji and Dushi Shanti Ranji, which are who are actually the legendary artists
entonces
and
después
world famous artists. So I
de eso,
learned from them from last 19 years.
ok, después de esto ella se unió con un gurú que le enseñó hasta los 17 años y luego con sus dos gurús que por más de 19 años la han acompañado en el tema del aprendizaje del canto. So Swarn, how is the
Yeah.
routine for a singer I mean, how do you study music? You are professional, so I mean, when you were 17, so what's the
No,
subjects
no, I
that
was 7 when I started.
okay,
But I kept when I was 7 when I started music,
okay,
very beginning age.
okay,
But later on, when you will grow up, you have a good voice quality. Then you get more
okay,
mature. Your voice gets mature, and then you join some other gurus. Then
okay,
slowly and slowly, slowly, you have tough lessons for music. So when I was 17, 16, I decided to be in this field
okay. Nos dice Swan que
because
ella
then I
se decidió ya cuando tenía 16, cumpliendo 17, se decidió por estudiar la música ya en el campo de lo clásico. So Swan, what are the
yeah,
subjects that you study, like rhythm, intonation, or I mean, when here in Colombia, for example, when you study music, you need to study theory and the
yeah,
scales and
theory,
rhythm. So
yeah.
entonces le estoy preguntando cómo
Theory
estudian ellos música allá. Entonces ya nos va a explicar un poco.
theory is really very important whenever you are into the music because you should know certain beats in music. You should know the information about certain ragas. There are different timings, like in morning time, afternoon time, late afternoon, in evening, and late night. So there are certain ragas which are actually fixed for the particular time, and
Ok,
a singer is
entonces
performing this. Yeah.
tú estudias las escalas y las escalas se hacen de acuerdo a la hora. Entonces hay rack de la mañana, del mediodía, de la tarde, de tarde en la noche. Entonces tú comienzas aprendiendo teóricamente todo esto. And then,
Yes. And then you study about the swaras, the scales of the ragas. The swaras, the particular swaras are really different. Every rag is unique in their own way. More beautifully composed. For example, these days we can see monsoons are going on, right, in India.
ok,
So
entonces
there
cada
are
escala
certain,
tiene su estado de ánimo. Por ejemplo, ahorita en la época, es la época de los monzones en la India. Entonces hay
yes,
unas escalas. So do you have specific like scales for the time?
yeah, yeah, special, pardon?
So do you have a special raga for monsoon?
Yeah, we have special ragas for monsoons, like called Rag Megh,
And could
Rag Miya
you
Malhar.
and could you sing maybe a little bit of
Yeah,
a
one
rag
line I'll be singing.
from
Hmm.
monsoon? So entonces ella dice que para
Gagana
el monzón
garaja
son las escalas. Okay, go
sa
ahead.
ni za re ma pa ni sa ni pa ma re ni sa gagana garaja damakat damini gagana garaja damakat damini chali pavan sanana na 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 chali pavan सनना न न न न न न बूंदन बरसे मन वाला रजे पिया बिन कछु न सुहाए गगन गरजे दमकत दामिनी घोर घोर घिर आए बादरा बरसन लागे बूंदरिया झिंगुर बाबूलाए झूम छन न न न न न बूंदन बरसे मन वाला रजे पिया बिन कछु ना सुहाए गगन गरज दमकत निजा रे सारे मरे म प म प नि प नि सा रे नि ज प नि म प रे म प रे म सा रे नि सा नि नि प नि प म प रे म प म रे म रे सा नि सा गगन गरज. Now you can see the actually the meanings of this, this bandish, or we can say the notation which I'm singing is all about monsoons, about
Entonces
the
esta,
clouds, about the rains, about the,
es-
everything is so imaginary.
ok, este rack, esta escala son el de los monzones, las nubes, la lluvia, expresan todo lo que es parte de esta temporada.
Yeah, yeah, how rain happens, and how clouds come and gather, thunder, lightning, everything is being explained in such kind of bandishes, in such
Entonces,
kind of compositions.
entonces en estas composiciones explica cómo llegan las nubes, cómo es el sentimiento de estar en la temporada de los monzones.
Yes,
Okay, awesome, Swarn. So
thank you.
we were talking about the subjects. What do you study? I mean, there is a question in the YouTube. Like we have around 20 people here connected, and they are
Good.
asking, what's a guru in the Indian tradition? ¿Cuál es la definición?
What's
What's the definition
what's
of a guru in your tradition? You said you have a guru in music.
Guru plays a very important a very important part in our life, because without Guru you cannot follow your path. He tells us how to follow the tradition of music. He actually gives us the lessons in music so deeply that we feel it's like a sea. Music is like a sea. He teaches us each and every raga. So, I mean, he tells us how to put swaras in what
Nos
kind
dice
of,
Swan que sin el gurú no hay nada, o sea, que el gurú es fundamental en la música, que él te enseña a profundidad todo, o sea, que es el que transmite todo el conocimiento, te lleva a través de todo lo que son las escalas y te permite como
a
trasegar
disciple
el
is
camino.
very, disciple and guru relationship is very, very pure, you
La
know.
relación entre un discípulo y un maestro y un gurú es
Yes.
muy pura.
And without guru, you cannot follow your path. It's important. People these days find, yeah, we have learned so much, and they adopt the shortcut to glory. They find that we can get fame and we can get name while just learning classical for few years. But classical is something. It is endless. It is
Dice
endless.
Dice Swan que es insondable la música, o sea, que la gente que piensa que ha aprendido todo y que no necesita de un maestro, que para nada, que para ellos es demasiado, demasiado importante en el camino del aprendizaje tener un gurú. So I was asking you, Swan, what's the part of your how is your training? I mean, you study rags, you study. How do you study with? Do you write music or
No,
do
no,
you
no.
have
Music is not what
methods?
no, what I
So,
feel.
le estoy
Music is not
preguntando
about
que si ella cómo
music
estudia
is
música, si la escribe, cómo funciona. Okay, go ahead.
music is not about writing. Music is something creative.
La
It's
música
not
no es de
about
escribir, es de creatividad.
yes. It's not about writing. One can do PhD in music, can do doctorate in music, while just knowing theory and theoretical knowledge of music. It is also very much important, but the main thing is about practicality, how you sing music.
Entonces puede ser muy importante que estudies, incluso uno puede
Yes.
llegar hasta doctorado en música, pero lo más importante es en la práctica, más allá de la teoría. ¿Cómo cantas? ¿Cómo lo
We,
haces?
for example, I want to tell you, if I'm sitting for the practice, right? I have made my certain routine in the morning, in afternoon, in night. And I will take, as I told you, certain ragas of that time, right? You understand?
Sí.
So I will, like, if I am doing 1.5 hour riyas in the morning, I will be doing that particular raga of that time. So
Entonces
I
ella nos
will be
explica que ella tiene unas rutinas, hay unas escalas que se practican en la mañana, otras más tarde, creo que ya lo hemos entendido. Entonces yo comienzo con esas escalas. And then,
Yes. And then in afternoon, if I sit after having my lunch, I will be sitting for another raga and be focusing on that raga. Then in night, it's something other. Then late night raga. So like this, when I sit for different ragas, I'll get the knowledge of different swaras also, because every rag has its own uniqueness. As I told you, every rag is different and every rag is beautiful. So I will go more and more deep into it. I will do improvisations. I will do improvisation in
Entonces ella
swaras.
dice que profundiza en
In,
cada escala, en cada rack, porque es muy amplio, entonces hay que llegar como a su esencia, entonces ella hace improvisación, creaciones, las
yes,
cantas. You said about swaras. What are swaras? ¿Qué son los
swaras
swaras?
means like sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga re sa. These are swaras.
So what's the difference between raga and swara? ¿Cuál es la diferencia entre raga y swara?
Swaras are always in the raga. For example, if there is rag bhairav, it compiles of particular. See, there are seven swars. Sare gama pada ni, right?
Okay,
So every rag is based on that seven swars only. We have to
okay,
practice that only.
okay,
So every rag has its own importance because swaras are also different. Some of them swaras are called as komal swar, some of them are tivar swar. Like I'll tell you, in Bhairav, which I performed, it's like re, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa, right?
okay,
Now, if I'm singing some another raga, sa, ni, re, ga, ma, da, ni, sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa. This is an evening raga called Rag Yaman,
okay. Yaman.
right? Now,
Okay, so I'm going to
yeah,
translate for the people. So, ella dice que el swara es la escala como tal. El rag es como la aplicación en cierto estilo de la escala. Entonces, esos swaras se aplican en los rags y hay muchos
yes.
rags diferentes.
And we practice with these swara so much that it actually fix up in our mind. We don't have to see any notebook. We don't have to see anything. We just take our tanpura and start our riyas.
Ok,
Practice.
entonces ella
So it
dice
is more deep.
que no es un libro, o sea, no es una cosa que tú tengas como de leer, sino que tú lo asimilas de tu maestro y cada vez vas y profundizas más y más y más en ello. Okay, Swan.
Yeah.
So you sent to us um, a video, and we would like to play this video in a moment. So maybe can you explain to us? Let's say what you are singing is your creation, or how does it works? ¿Cómo funciona eso que vamos a
It is
escuchar?
my
¿Es una creación?
meditation. I feel it's very meditative. You
O-
know what? It is something related to my soul. Whenever I don't sing, even a single day, I feel something is missing in my life.
o-
Singing is not just for fame and earning money. People just find it, you are singing, you should get fame, you should get money. No, it is something that when you connect with the music,
Entonces nos
that
dice,
divine power,
no-
there are two type of things, as you know. One is meditation, which is the very toughest way to reach God, but
o-
still we do. And
o-
secondly is music,
entonces nos
which is
dice Swan,
easiest way to connect God.
nos dice Swan que es que ella canta, o sea, que ella canta, que ella crea, porque eso es como una conexión para ella, es como una meditación, es como algo que la lleva a ella a otro estado y dice como que es su manera de conectarse con Dios, porque le decía yo, pues de dónde sale esas creaciones, ella dice, es mi meditación, entonces el video que vamos a ver que es una de sus creaciones.
Yeah.
Ella nos explica un poquito de eso. So, Swarn, the video that we are going to watch, so what's the essence behind this? Or, I mean, what's the meaning or what are we going
This
to listen?
about this video.
Yes, the video that are
The
going to
rag
watch.
which I performed in this video is called Nat Bhairav. As I told you about Bhairav, it is early morning raga, and you can also sing Nat Bhairav, which actually comes under the same category. Okay,
Okay,
it
okay,
is the little bit difference about this raga is you can just find out in my singing, like in Bhairav, sa re ga ma pa da ni sa, right? This is Bhairav.
okay. Ese es
Nat
el
Bhairav,
Berov, el Rack Berov,
yeah.
y es también de las mañanas que lo vamos a escuchar en este video de ella de YouTube.
And Nat Bhairav is compilation of two ragas called Bhairav and Nat.
Ujú.
Okay, Nat is a different rag.
Entonces
So you,
este rack es como que mezcla dos escalas en el...
so I can just sing one sargam of Nat Bhairav. You can just find out what is the difference. I told you what Bhairav is. Now Nat Bhairav is sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga re ga ma dha ma pa ga ma re sa. And the bandish which I am singing, you know what is the bandish? Bandish means the composition.
Entonces, a partir de eso, ella crea su bandesh, que es su composición.
Yeah. Composition which I am singing in this raag called Nat Bhairav is all about the morning views.
Este es
How
sobre
sunrise,
lo que se ve
how
en la
sun,
mañana, cómo sale el sol,
yeah, how sunrise is happening and how birds are chirping,
cómo cantan los
right?
pájaros, describe todo.
And how we in the morning, how we remember God.
Cómo en la mañana lo primero que hace la gente es recordar a Dios.
Yeah. So the meaning is about that too.
El
Bhor bhai
significado de eso
panchi
es,
jage. Bhor bhai panchi jage. It's like morning is morning has happened, dawn is coming, and birds are chirping.
sí,
They woke up.
es muy descriptivo. Sale el sol, cantan los pájaros, despertamos. Okay, Swarn, so we are going to see this
Yeah,
video and then we will come back with everyone here, okay?
yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you understand the lyrics?
Yes.
Bhor bhai panchi jage. Uday hot. Sunrise. See how many times I'm singing the same line.
So it repeats the line once and again, right?
Yeah, about 3, 4, 5 times. See in the different variations. Pavan jage.
Okay, Swarn, so I'm just going to stop it here and maybe you can explain to us a little bit about the rhythms. I mean, how is it? How do you study rhythms?
Rhythm, actually, this bandish, that is composition, is based on 12 beats matra.
este ritmo que escuchamos es de 12 beats. Le pregunto que cómo estudian ellos el ritmo y ella dice que este es un ritmo de 12, sí, como de 12 tiempos. So how it
Din
works?
din, like it's called ek tala in 12 beats.
Se llama
Ek
Ektala, que
tala,
es de 12 beats, 12
like
tiempos.
din din dhage tirikit tu na katta dhage tirikit dhi na din din. See, 12 beats,
Ok,
right? दिन दिन धागे त्रिकट तू ना कटता धागे त्रिकट दी भोर भई पंज जागे भोर दिन दिन धागे त्रिकट तू ना कटता धागे त्रिकट दी ना भोर भई पंज जागे भोर भई. So it's based on ek tala. There are different type of talas called ek tal, teen tal, then chautal and Keherwa. Some are of 6 beats, some are of 8 beats, some are of 12 beats, some are of 14 beats, some are of. So there are different type of talas in which every composition is based.
okay. So we have some question here. We want to say hello to all the people who is joined here. Say hello to Laura, Mario, Frank,
Hi everyone,
Patricia,
welcome.
Geraldine, Ferney. Okay, we have many people here. Marce. Okay, so Geraldine is asking if you create while singing. I mean, if your creations are done in the moment.
No, it's in the moment only because we have learned music now. We have learned music from particular gurus. As you asked me the question before, that what is the role of a guru? He just teaches us this only, that how to create a raga. This is called khayal gaiki. You can just explain to the audience khayal gaiki.
Ok, entonces nos dice ella que pues eso es lo que aprendes del gurú, a crear, a dominar como la música.
Khayal gaiki.
Kayalgi dice,
Khayal is the meaning of khayal in English is imagination.
dice que es como, si lo tradujéramos al inglés, es imaginación, esa palabra y que es lo que aprendes del gurú, para eso estudias, para
Yeah.
aplicarlo.
So whenever singing, we are singing particular raga, we imagine that words in our mind, and we have that certain notations in our mind about that raga. So it's just about the training you got, and you just keep on creating. Sometimes it takes 2 hours, you know,
A veces dice
when you're
ella
sitting.
que se toma 2 horas, que es de crear, de practicar pérdida de señal. Hola, 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 hola. Hello, Swarn. Hello. Hello, Swarn. Bueno, ya estamos acá retomando la señal. Tuvimos como un bajoncito en la conexión, pero ya estamos de vuelta aquí con todos. Swarn se está reconectando, entonces ya les hablamos de nuevo. Eh, ya estamos aquí. Para aquellos que recién se unen, les comentamos eh, que estamos con Swarn Vijh desde India. Entonces aquí está ella ya conectándose. Bueno, entonces aprovechamos y les comentamos que esto hace parte de nuestro podcast de Múzico, donde hemos estado teniendo diferentes invitados y hoy Swarn nos acompaña desde India. Eh, Aquí está de vuelta.
Hi,
Swarn.
sorry, I think there was some problem in
Yeah,
signal over here.
yeah, it was here the problem with connection. Go ahead, Swarn. So we were talking about the rags, and we would like to know how is the music scene in India. I mean, you are telling you are a classical singer that you sing classical music. So
It's not only that I sing classical, I sing light music, I sing ghazals, I sing semi-classical. Because once you are trained in classical music, it's very easy for you to sing any other song. What I
okay,
feel.
Nos dice ella que una vez uno aprende la música clásica puede cantar cualquier tipo de música. Eh, so maybe could you do some examples like this is
Yeah,
classical or this is more.
like the ragas which I performed in front of you is called pure classical.
Ok,
Okay.
lo que acabé de interpretar frente a ustedes es clásico puro.
Yeah, now I'll be singing a ghazal in front of you,
Ahora voy a
which is called
cantar.
light music, you know.
Este es un ghazal que es más de música en vivo, que es como
And it is called poetry, right?
y esto es pura poesía.
Yeah. So there is one ghazal from the legendary singer called Noor Jahanji,
Este
a
es de
famous Pakistani legend singer.
este es un
So I'll
cantante
be
legendario de Pakistán.
yeah. दर्द ओ दिल में तो दवा दीजिए दर्द ओ दिल में तो दवा दीजिए दिल ही जब दर्द हो तो क्या कीजिए दर्द हो दिल में तो दवा दीजिए हम तो फरियाद करनी आती है हमको फरियाद करनी आती है आप सुनते नहीं तो क्या कीजिए दर्द ओ दिल now you can see there is no sargam vargam in this no notations no it is compiled of notations only it is compiled on notations only and it is also based on certain rag called rag rageshri.
Nos dice ella que este es definitivamente otro estilo de canto y se basa en otras escalas. So, uh, maybe which
You know,
other.
you might have heard of a great poet called Mirza Ghalib. So this is the ghazal written by Mirza Ghalib ji. So this is that's why it's called poetry because there are certain poets in our India, in Pakistan, and many other places who actually have written such kind of poetry, very good poetry, romantic poetry, spiritual poetry,
Entonces,
right?
este estilo de Ghazal es de poesía que se puede
As you
enfocar a
know,
lo
Sant Darshan Singh,
romántico, a lo
yeah.
espiritual. Hay muchos poetas que de esta manera lo expresan. So Swarn, here in the chat we have friends from the music field, like teachers, some music
Okay.
students. So maybe what's your advice for them? I mean, you have been in the music now for many years, so ¿cuál es tu consejo para los estudiantes, profes de música que nos acompañan aquí hoy?
My advice for them is that they should actually learn Indian classical if they want to be into Indian classical music. They should actually learn properly Indian classical music for at least 7 to 8 years so that they have that strength in their voice quality. And then
Entonces,
it's,
que si quieren
yeah,
aprender en la música clásica, en la música de la India, lo mejor es estudiar clásica y se hace al menos por 7 años. Y en ese momento tú tienes ya toda como el conocimiento y la potencia en tu voz, dice ella.
because Indian classical music is appreciated all over the world. You know, people love Indian classical music.
Eh,
And one has to learn Indian classical music in order to make their voice quality much and much better for the further things. If you want to sing Western, if you want to sing light, anything, but classical music is very important.
Entonces, que aquellos que quieran, así sea, desempeñarse en cualquier género de la música, la base está en lo clásico para poder tener todas esas habilidades. Es como el consejo que dice Swarn para aquellos que deseen. Swarn, there is a question here in the chat, and Juliana says that is it true that the students of music live with their guru? They go to live
Yeah,
together
sure. Because
for
you know
some time.
what, there is when I Yeah, because I must tell you an example that when I learned from my Guruji, Pandit Rajan Sajan Mishra ji,
Entonces
he
ella nos va a
has,
contar un ejemplo de cuando ella estudió con su gurú.
yeah, so he has his Gurukul in Dehradun.
Entonces él tiene su
Gurukul,
escuela que es un
Gurukul,
gurukul, es,
yeah.
es como la
Gurukul
escuela.
means where yeah, Gurukul is where Shishya and Guru resides together, and we have training for 8 hours, 10 hours in a day.
Entonces se van allá, es una residencia con su maestro, entonces allá tienen entrenamientos hasta 8 o 10 horas de
Yeah,
diarias.
and when we live out with our guru, we don't not only learn his style in singing, but also certain aspects in life, his personality, the way he speaks, and the way he guides us towards spirituality
Entonces
and every
cuando
other thing.
vives con tu maestro de música, con tu gurú, no solo
Yeah.
aprendes de la música, sino de su forma de ser, de cómo expresarse, de cómo vivir, de cómo incluso ciertas cosas de espiritualidad.
The Shishya gets connected with Guru spiritually and in his singing, so that personality automatically comes into your personality also.
Entonces,
Sometimes when I sing on stage, people tell me, "Oh, you are you have learned from which Guru?" I tell Pandit Raja Sadhan Mishra ji. He says, "Okay, you are just performing the same, not
sí,
same, but the
entonces
something is in
cuando
your gaiki."
claro, entonces comparten tanto y se llegan a compenetrar tanto como el estudiante con el maestro, el discípulo con el gurú, que cuando la ven en vivo dicen, claro, tú eres como de la escuela de tal maestro, te tienes como ese aire, entonces se refiere ya a eso, que hay una compenetración. Swarn, there
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
question here from Edwin. He's asking about what's the name of the instrument that you play in your videos? ¿Cómo se llama el instrumento que tocas?
This is one of the most important instruments which we usually play,
Es
and
uno
this
de los
is called
instrumentos más
tanpura.
importantes que tocamos y se llama támpora.
Yeah,
Could you play a little bit, just to listen a little bit?
yeah, sure, sure, sure. It's like a very important instrument for a vocalist if
Es,
he's singing because
para un cantante es fundamental ese instrumento.
yeah, it's just like that. So it's a very important instrument. When we actually play this with our singing, gets much and much better.
Cuando uno practica el canto, mejora mucho si lo hace con la támpora. Es
And we
fundamental
have
para un
to
cantante.
we have to tune it into certain swaras.
Se afina en ciertas escalas.
Yeah.
Okay, Swarn. So, maybe can you tell us about what are your projects right now? What is coming in your career? I know you are
Actually,
you are doing
the thing is
concerts,
that
many things,
yeah, these
and
days, as you know, Corona is happening all over the world, so it's a very pandemic problem,
entonces nos
and
cuenta ella un
certain
poquito de sus proyectos. En esta época dice que por la causa de la pandemia del coronavirus.
certain I was having certain concerts which actually get delayed, and maybe whenever it ends because it's not allowed to be in such gatherings. But online, I'm trying to post my videos and post my programs as well as post my recordings which I have done in the studios for certain ragas. I'm trying
Entonces,
to post it.
ella nos dice que, bueno, que los conciertos están por el momento, se han pospuesto, todavía no se están haciendo
Yes,
porque no
and
se
I
pueden
I had
reunir y
such
que está grabando, que ella publica sus grabaciones.
Yes, and I had some programs online also last month. So, in some, through Zoom only, I'm trying to teach people online classical, Indian classical music all over the India. I mean, people are getting this. I have made certain banners for my online teaching in Indian classical music.
Entonces
So
ella nos
people are
cuenta
learning,
que está dando sus clases
and
en línea, la gente
and
está aprendiendo
and yes, and for very much important thing that I'm getting full time for my practice, which
y,
is very much important.
y que algo muy importante, pues está teniendo muchísimo tiempo para practicar durante la pandemia. Entonces, maybe we have
Some of
a
the songs I have recorded, some of the songs I have recorded, which I have to shoot my video, but due to this pandemic, I'm not able to go out. But whenever it ends, or I have to record my video also on certain songs which are coming very soon.
Ok, que muchas canciones se han grabado, pero no se ha podido hacer pues como todo la grabación del video, la filmación debido pues como a las condiciones que hay de encierro y que por el momento las publica así pues como con sus audios. Entonces, maybe we can share with the people at Swarn a special invitation for those who want to join us in a special workshop. What can you say about it?
Yeah, sure. I think it would be a great opportunity for me also to teach people and just tell me about the classical Indian classical music. And I will be really happy if people join for the workshop. I will be blessed to actually to teach them the lessons which I have actually got from my gurus. So I will be telling them certain ragas, and I will be teaching certain sargams on which they can practice whenever they want to be in music.
Ok, para aquellos, dice Swarn, que quieran unirse, queremos hacer un taller, eso sería para finales de este mes, un taller donde puedan aprender a cantar las escalas, puedan tener esa experiencia de primera mano con ella, y dice ella, para transmitir eso que ella ha vivido con sus gurús. Entonces, usually, Swarn, how do you start? I mean, because here we don't sing this kind of music, so is it easy to learn? Because many people
Yeah, it's
wants to
easy
start.
because no, it's very easy. I mean, we can start with the beginning lessons, certain sargams which I'll give you, which is actually very beginnery lessons.
Se comienza con unas
So,
lecciones esenciales básicas.
and 3 or 4 after certain classes, you'll come to know the depth of that music, actually what I am singing. Because in one less session, you won't be able to understand. At least there should be 2, 3 sessions when you can just know what I'm singing,
Ujú.
right? I will be giving you certain lessons, the beginning lessons where
Entonces
you can start off with.
se pueden dar como las lecciones para que ustedes comiencen y puedan entender realmente de qué se trata el canto. Entonces ahí tenemos esta
And you will really
invitación.
enjoy that.
Y ustedes de verdad lo van a disfrutar. Es una invitación que nos hace Swan y le estaremos confirmando fechas. Es un programa que tiene cupos limitados porque queremos que las personas que estén allí de verdad aprendan y tengan experiencia. Va a haber traducción simultánea como para que puedan estar allí. Y bueno, yo creo que nos vamos dirigiendo hacia el final, hacia el cierre de este podcast. A todos los que están conectados, agradecerles. No sé si tienen alguna pregunta que nos quieran como lanzar en este momento para Swarn. Swarn, I was telling that we hope many people will register for the program, and we will give further information about the workshop. And now, maybe can you sing something like more popular? I mean, you sing like ghazal, you also were singing like classical, so there are some more like rhythmic music, like it's more popular music, like the we were listening the other day like this Camly or something like there is like more
Okay, okay.
popular
Okay,
that
so
you
I'll
want
be
to.
singing a Punjabi song in front of you.
Ok, les voy a
So
compartir
Kamli
una
Kamli, if you
canción
find I can sing Kamli Kamli if
Punjabi
you want. It's a
que
Sufi
es como más
song.
popular, una canción sufí. Eh, any song that you want to share that is like.
आ कमली दिया साइया वे आ जा वे मैं तेनू दिल दा हाल सुनावा किन्ना चिरिया बाद मिलिया है मैनू वे मैं अज गीत खुशी दे गावा कमली 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 वे लोकी कहंदे कमली 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 यार दी कमली कमली यार दी कमली नी मैं 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 कमली 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 बिलो की कहंदे कमली 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 यार दी कमली कमली यार दी कमली ਕਈ ਜਨਮਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਭਟਕ ਰਹੀ ਸੀ ਦੀਦ ਤੇਰੇ ਨੂੰ ਤਰਸ ਰਹੀ ਸੀ ਸੋਹਣਿਆ ਸਜਣਾ ਉਹ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਘਰ ਨਾਲ ਲਾ ਲੈ ਨੀ ਮੈਂ ਉਜੜੇ ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਵੇਖੇ ਨੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਮਲੀ ਯਾਰ ਦੀ ਕਮਲੀ 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 it's like Punjabi Sufi song. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm really thankful and I pray gratitude to Planeta Musico, I mean your school, who has given me this opportunity to just share my interview with all of us, all of you. So I just hope that you like it.
Ok, nos decían por acá que no escuchan. Ok, dice Swarn que muchas gracias, que ha sido muy chévere haber estado aquí con todos ustedes y la verdad le agradecemos a todos los que estuvieron escuchando, a todos que se han conectado. Recuerden suscribirse a nuestro canal, seguirnos como Músico Planeta Creativo. And Swarn, how can people follow you on Instagram or YouTube
Yeah, they
or
can follow my Facebook account. It's Swarn Vijh Sharma. You can
okay,
just pass on the link, and they can also see my YouTube links by naming Swarn Vijh.
okay.
And people can follow my page by the name of Swarn Vijh, which is on Instagram also, and also on Facebook.
Entonces, con este nombre que vemos ahí en pantalla, Swarn Vijh Sharma, ella se encuentra en sus redes, pueden seguirla en su canal de YouTube. En realidad, para nosotros es un honor tenerla acá porque ella es una cantante profesional que ha hecho grandes conciertos y que aparte de eso está en una línea que es de la música clásica que diríamos que acá es como algo parecido como a nuestra música clásica como ópera o algo así, pero desde el punto de vista de ellos que es algo muy profundo, de mucha dedicación y que ella ya nos decía que pasas años y años estudiándolo para desarrollar toda esa cualidad vocal y distinguir todas esas escalas. Entonces, I was just telling the people, Swarn, that it's a great honor for us to have you here because
Thank you so much.
you're a singer not only in the like in a very simple thing but in the classical music that is something very deep, something that requires a
Yeah,
lot
but
of
you know what?
study.
What I think that I am still a student and I have to grow more and more in my fields and I have to do best in my field. I have these prayers, to God that one day I will be able to sing, you know, on much and much bigger levels.
Entonces nos
And
dice
I'm
ella
grateful to God that He has given me so much.
que ella está muy agradecida con Dios que le ha dado tanto y que espera poder llegar más y más alto y que es una gran fortuna poder estar compartiendo acá con todos. Entonces, bueno, sin más, recuerden suscribirse a nuestro canal, conectarse con estas músicas tan hermosas. Somos Músico Planeta Creativo y les deseamos una feliz resto de noche. Thank you, Swan. It is
Welcome,
a good
Carlos.
night here, but a good
Good
morning for
night.
you there.
Yeah. Thanks for inviting me.
Okay, bye bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye bye.